Pausing in elephant, pausing in lunges, pausing in intensity. My name is Ciara, and this is Yoga with Ciara. Welcome back. Let's light our candle. Let's pause and notice sensations. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they said, there's a thing I said at the very beginning, way back in the beginning of pause, which was for some people, it'll be harder to sit in stillness in an easy pause than it is to sit in an intense pause. Whereas for some people, other people, it'll be easier to sit in the easy pause than the intense pause. So which way do you go? Do you like it when we're holding a posture that feels intense and therefore you get harnessed or your attention is drawn to managing the intensity? Or do you find it really easy or hard when we're just sitting still and being present to ourselves, where we notice the deeper, more subtle sensations of just being in our body? Nice, come sit. Coming into your senses, coming to your senses. And then pausing. And as you pause, notice how easy or hard it is for you to pause in stillness. Can you stay present? Use your skills, whatever skills that you harness to stay in the physical sensations. Practice them now. What do you notice? What do you attend to? What is your awareness drawn to in your body? And just maybe I'll just offer that focus on wellness, focus on that which resources you, that which supports your inner sense of well-being. Really cultivating an awareness to your boundary, your breath, the movement within you, the layers of wellness that are always there. They're always there. Nice. So come, start off in a child's pose. Come down. And so as you rest into your child's pose, remember that you can bring your knees as wide as you like. You can have your head as high as you need. You can have your bum as high as you need. And just settle in into whatever version of child's pose suits you. Notice what arises. I can feel the front of my feet on the wood. They're off the yoga mat. And I'm just like, wow, yeah, it's bony at the front of my feet. I can feel my bum slowly dropping down towards my heels. A sense of the weight of my body into my elbows, my shoulders. And then I'm including my breath. So as I inhale, as I exhale, there's a filling into the front of my belly and a widening and a deepening into the back. So just see if you can really fill into the back of your body with your breath. You can have your arms, you can settle a bit deeper. Now that I've landed a bit more, I want to drop a bit lower with my head. And you can stretch your arms out long. You can have them back. You can support your head and just deepen. How deeply can you fold? What can you surrender to, yield to, embrace? And just another 2 or 3 breaths, breathing into the back of your body, expanding the back. Nice. Bring your hands forward and come up into your cat pose. And so I'm going to tuck my toes under. That'll really lengthen into the front of my feet. And then round your back and arch your back. And as I do this, I'm leaning into the achiness of me. Just that kind of gathering up the cobwebs of me as I mobilize into my rib cage, as I really connect into my lower back. I can feel my week in my back. I can feel all the different activities, the engagements that I do in my life, how they echo through me as I move. Nice. And now a coordination, squeezing one side, squeezing the other side. And you can even look back to increase that your neck is also in it. And you squeeze one side, squeeze the other side, squeeze and squeeze. Nice. So bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand and you just lean into that right leg and then lean a little bit back. So you're not doing a very big movement, but you're just feeling, oh, there's weight going into my front foot. And then I'm leaning away from my foot, into my front foot and away. Great. Come to neutral so that your foot is underneath your knee. Round your back and arch your back. Round your back, arch your back. One more time. Round your back and arch. And then try a coordination here. How do you coordinate a coordination? Wow, it's interesting here. I can feel that I'm squeezed when I try to go right, but then there's something really interesting as I go left. I'm like, wow, that's a different kind of movement because of the way my pelvis is anchored. Very interesting. Great. Other side. So bring your left foot forward, lean your weight into it, and then ease off. And so really feel I'm pushing my foot into the floor and then easing off. And it's not about straightening or bending your knee. It's about transferring your weight forward and then coming back. Push your foot down and come back. Push your foot down and come back. And then come to neutral. Round your back and arch your back. Round your back and arch. One more time. Round your back and arch. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left. It's really, again, there's something interesting in my lower back as I travel to the right, and then I'm really squished as I travel left. But there's also something really interesting in my left hip as I look left. I'm like, wow, that's such a cool sensation. Nice. Come back to center. So travel up or rise up so that you're high on your knees. Okay. And you can roll your yoga mat up. We can do that here. So just roll it up so that there's a little bit extra padding underneath your knees. Okay. And then you can either tuck your toes under or you can have your feet flat. Notice both of them. Tuck your feet under, squeeze your bum, move your pelvis. What happens? And then bring your feet flat. And feel. So I feel like there's less tone in my legs when my feet are flat. And there's a little bit more resistance when my toes are tucked under. And actually, I like that resistance. So see if you want more resistance. So I'm hypermobile a little bit. So for me, the resistance is really interesting. But if you're tight in your hamstrings and in your quadriceps, then keep your feet flat. Okay. So we're going to do elephant. So sweep your right hand, I'm going to come forward, right hand across and over towards the left. And my left hand is just holding on to the back of my left thigh. And then round a little bit forward. And then sweep the left hand across. I'm holding on to the back of my right thigh. And I'm moving really slowly and enjoying the sensations of my pelvis and my belly and my torso, and only going as far as wellness. So I was saying the other day that I fell on my elbow the other night. And so there's certain movements that I just can't do at the moment. So elephant I can do, but I have to really be careful near the end of my range that I'm not just assuming that I can do it. I'm really listening and slowing down. So just feel, how do you attend to your body as you travel from one side to the other side in elephant? Nice. So I mentioned at the beginning in the writing that there's going to be a double elephant. So sweep your right arm in front of your left, and then both arms come up. And when I do double elephant, I don't go side bending at all. And I'm only going to travel to kind of widen out into a Y. And then sweep down and touch either side of my knees when I'm all the way down. Traveling up, out to a Y, lean back if you wish. And then rounding forward either side of your knees. So double elephant. Great. Change the side. So my left arm is in front of the right now. Traveling up and traveling down. Traveling up and traveling down. Nice. Cool. Push back into your downward dog. Let's get our knees off the floor. So push back into your downward dog and just have a bit of a wiggle. Bending one knee, bending the other, bending both, stretching both. Bending one knee, bending the other, bending both, stretching both. Again, bending one knee, bending the other, bending both, and lengthening both. Pause. Really sinking into your downward dog. Notice what you're attending to, what you're listening to. Deepen your breath, find connections. So for me, the connectivity and the buoyancy and the rebound that I can create by pushing more into the floor, lengthening more into my heels. Nice. Drop both knees to the floor. So we're going to sweep our foot forward into lunge. So your right foot, so I'm going to rise up like the way we were a moment ago and bring your right foot forward, okay? Bring both hands down, lengthen your left leg, and then turn the left foot at a 45-degree angle. Bring your right elbow to your right thigh. And now you're going to sweep the left arm up and into elephant. So I'm going over towards the right with my left arm. And I'm looking over towards the right. Sweep your left hand down. And now bring the right arm across into elephant over towards the left. One more time each side. Left arm across. Pause. So don't go to the very end of your range. Find a place where you feel really comfortable. My right hand is really supporting my torso, and I'm leaning into the deep front of the left of my body. Breathe into it. Nice. Sweep your left hand down. Hold on to your left thigh and bring the right arm across and up into elephant. You can do spiraling elephant. So I'm just sideways in the beginning, and then I spiral up towards the ceiling. It is more intense though, so see what you need for your spine. Nice. Sweep your hand down. Face that right leg and just bring both arms up into double elephant. Leaning back. And then cross your arms over, bring your hands down in the direction of your hips or your sides. I can't really get there, but, and then cross your hands in the other direction. Double elephant. And then bring your hands down. Do that a few times. Just feeling that double elephant. God, I just got totally lost. Double elephant. And so they kind of cross over as they're traveling up. They're crossed and then they open wide. Nice. Bring both hands down either side of that right leg and just lean into your lunge for a moment. Nice. Drop your left knee to the floor. Bring your right knee back. Push back, downward dog. All the way back. Pull backwards. Nice. And drop your left knee to the floor. Right, or both knees to the floor, rising up. Step your left foot forward. Bring both hands down. Lengthen your back leg, your right leg. Hop your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. And then sweep your right hand up and over towards the left. So elephant towards the left. Nice. Sweep your hand down. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Sweep the left hand across towards the right side. Nice. And again. Left hand holds your left thigh. Reach your right arm across. Find the length of the front of your right hip, the belly, the whole of the right side. Breathe into it. Sweep your hand down. Lean into, open into, perhaps spiral into the left side. Elephant. Nice. Hands come down. Double. So cross your arms, rise up. So your arms are really close to your face. And then reach your arms outwards. Cross, travel down. Arms are crossed. Let them rise up into a Y. And down. One last time. Double elephant. And bring hands either side of that left leg. Lengthen your back leg and just pause there in your lunge. Breathing into it. Nice. Step back, downward dog. Find your breath. Super. Both knees to the floor. Come sit with your feet around 2.5 feet apart. So hold on to your ankles and pull, sitting up tall. So how do you lengthen your torso? Rise tall. Rounding, draw your forehead down. Pull a bit on your feet if you wish. And then rise. Nice. Tuck this left foot in so that your left foot tucks in near the right foot. Bring your left hand to the floor. Reach your right hand forward. Sandwich. So you're at a picnic. You're reaching forward and you're reaching for the last sandwich. Nice. Pull your right elbow back into wing and then hold on to the right knee with your left hand and twist towards the left, or the right, sorry. Come forward into sandwich. Right hand travels forward. Pull your right elbow back into wing and twist towards the right. And again, forward, reach as far as you can. And then twist with your right hand in wing. Wing is where your nails of your finger are resting near your forehead. And you're pulling your right elbow back and pulling with your left hand to twist deeply towards the right. Find your axis, really lengthen through your spine, widen your chest. Nice. Come back to center. Change. Both feet are wide. Hold on to your ankles. Lengthen through your spine. Tuck the right foot in so that it's near the left foot. Bring your right hand to the floor. Lean forward into sandwich. Nice. Pull your left elbow back into wing and hold on to your left knee with your right hand. Twist. Nice. Dive into sandwich. Pull your elbow back into wing. Pull with your right hand. Sandwich. Last one, we're going to pause. So hold on to your left knee with your right hand. Pull your left elbow back and really find a way of leaning into the front of your torso, leaning into the front of your belly. So all the time you're gauging and learning. So for example, I'm learning how to meet my shoulder and where I need to adapt or what movements aren't great for it, as it strengthens, as it heals. And so as I move, I'm really adapting and changing. Like I'm not lifting the elbow as high, or I'm keeping my shoulder a little bit lower, or I'm not lifting or not dropping as much. So how do you adapt and keep yourself well as you move, as you mobilize? Nice. Bring both feet to the floor. Hold on to your ankles. Sit up tall. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Nice. And then just round to bring your nose down in the direction of your feet. And then arch, looking up and leaning a little bit back as you do it. Round. Nose down to your toes. And then arch, looking up, leaning up. So we're going to do one last movement. I think I used to call it, what did I call it? Was it fern? I'm not sure. So fern was something different. So drop your nose down and let your nose travel down your midline, towards your heels, towards your toes, and then look forward and lean forward. So my nose is as far forward as it'll go. And then I lean up and look up. And so I'm leaning back as far as I can. And then I scoop my nose downwards and I travel down my midline towards my heels, my toes, and then forward and then back. So I'm making the biggest circle that I can with my nose. Move slowly, move smoothly. Last one. Nice. See how this suits your spine? I'm going to roll back, but I'm going to keep holding on to my ankles. If that doesn't suit you, don't do it. So I'm going to roll back. And whatever way you did, just roll back, hold on to your feet and pull your feet towards you. So similar pose, but now our legs are in the air more so than our torso. And just pause here. Nice. Bring the baby toe edge of your feet to the floor, hands to your belly, or whatever version of pausing or resting on the floor suits you. Always adapting, always creating options and cultivating a sense of dexterity. So I was watching an amazing YouTube video about mindfulness. So stay where you are, whatever position you're in. And it was about how we often are very mindless. And so they asked people to do a task and do it how they always did it. And people were somewhat, humdrum, doing things as they do them. And then they were asked to do another group of people were asked to do a similar task, but they were asked to change something subtly in how they were doing it or how they were applying it or how far they were, all this, just some small difference in how they were doing it. Rather than how they always do it, they changed it just a tiny bit. And they noticed that people were much more engaged, that actually they felt more connected, all these different kinds of things started happening to them. And so I think that's hopefully what we're cultivating here. If you're still with your feet together, knees apart, then bring your knees up, squeeze them in towards your chest. So we're cultivating a sense of how do I actually turn up and be present by changing things up slightly every single day? How do I alter things? How would I change this? How would I listen? How would I adapt? How would I stay well? And yeah, I find for me, it's a very alive question. It's a very dynamic question for my wellness. How would I adapt this so that I am well today? Rather than this is what I do, this is what I've always done. Long spiel at the end of today's class. I will see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to do a yoga nidra. We're going to do a lying on the floor meditation. So if you like having something on your eyes, then have a sock or a sock with like lentils in it. Sometimes people use, or just something to cover your eyes. Have something for underneath your knees, a pillow or a bolster or something. And I really like something underneath my head. I like a yoga block that's kind of 3 fingers thick, or a book underneath my head. That suits me. But if you want something else, then please do. Have a blanket. Yeah, and we shall do a relaxation for tomorrow's class. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. It's kind of wild here today, so I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Ciao.